Anyway, that is us just rambling on about food. So hello, welcome to the vlog. It's August, we're in Banja Luka and we've had a day out, and I want to tell you a story about food. The story goes like this. About 15 years ago we moved to Bosnia and Herzegovina, and when we did, we discovered that a lot of things that we used to like to eat in the UK were not available here, and one of those things was Mexican food. And we were 2 years in Mostar, and I remember, like, you couldn't buy tacos, you couldn't buy tortillas in a supermarket, anything like that. You couldn't buy salsa. One day we heard there's a Mexican restaurant in Mostar, and we hunted it down, and it was at the bottom of this building, like a block of flats, and it was hidden around the back. It was really difficult to find, and we found it. And back then I was writing a blog, and I made a blog post about this Mexican restaurant that was good. Like, it was a sort of more of a hole in the wall than a restaurant. I made a blog post about it, and it became our most searched blog post. Then we moved to Yaitsa, and we started coming here to Banja Luka when we had days off and stuff like that to go out, and we discovered there was a Mexican restaurant here, and we went, and it really wasn't. It was a normal restaurant that was trying to sell some Mexican-ish kind of food, and it was very disappointing and expensive. If you remember our vlogs from camp, you might remember Joe.
It's Matsy's vlog, get excited.
He told me about, oh, there's a Mexican place he'd been to here in Banja Luka, and it sounded really good, and he was impressed, and I'm like, well, if he's impressed, then I'm sure we'll be. And we've just been, and was it worth it?
Yeah, it was good, very tasty. Yeah.
The first time, I think, that I've had a burrito in Bosnia. It's like, that's a burrito. So that was really nice. So there's not a massive point to this vlog other than to highlight the cultural differences. We've had quite a multicultural kind of day. We went to a donut place and had American donuts that are made here in Bosnia. They ship in American donut mix and make donuts here, and they're very good. So if you're someone watching this who's in Bosnia and Herzegovina in need of an American donut, then I don't know how you pronounce it, donuto probably. Here is a good coffee.
Or if you're English, you'd say donuto.
Like American donut place and coffee place here in Banja Luka, well worth checking out. And then, what was it called? Chiquita.
Yeah.
It's a Mexican place. If you're here and you want Mexican food, then that comes recommended. And these things are important. It's good to like the local food, and we like the local food, but sometimes it's also good to like other people's local food. And so there you go. That's kind of really what we've got to say. The other thing that's worth saying about what we've just had just now, I tried this called charta. I don't know if you can see that. It's a beverage, and it's not something I've tried before, and I thought push the boat out and try it, mostly because it was in a meal deal. Well, no, I'm a fan of a meal deal, but it was good. A different kind of drink that I've never drunk before, and yeah, that was nice.
I tried it too, actually. Yeah, and it's made with rice and cinnamon and vanilla or something like that. Yeah, it's good.
Rowan also ordered churros.
I did, yeah. They were very tasty. Churros better than any I've ever tried in the UK, I have to say.
So there you go, high praise indeed. Rowan is a fan of all things like that, and yeah, they were good. I had a couple, well, I had less than a couple, I had 1.5, because my burrito was bigger than Rowan's quesadilla. Anyway, that is us just rambling on about food. The thing I didn't say is I can remember the day I went in the supermarket and saw tortillas on sale and tacos for the first time. it was like, oh my goodness, this food that we haven't been able to buy is suddenly available in this country. And it was a big deal. And when we spoke to other people who come from other countries who were living here, who were used to it and that stuff, it's like, oh, you can get this now.
I remember the day when Oreos appeared as well. That was like, and now everyone eats Oreos, they're really normal. But the other day, Ben and Jerry's appeared, and that was a pretty big deal. So
That was
it's all
a big-
coming.
We have eaten quite a lot of Ben and Jerry's since it appeared in Bosnia and Herzegovina, but there is a reason for that. And for me, it's all about economics. And the point is, they don't know people want it unless people buy it. So I see it as our duty when we see something that we think the shops should be selling, that we buy it to make sure they know that they should be selling it. So the importers of Ben and Jerry's know that there is a demand, at least from us in Yaitsa. What is this place, Rome?
Çikolata. It's a Turkish sweet shop.
Right.
And it's like got really colourful sweets. And we tried them once when Dave and Shelley came to visit.
Yeah.
And yeah. We can
All
have
right
a
then. So that's it for this week's vlog. Thanks very much for watching. Do give us a big thumbs up for Mexican food. Do leave a comment, a question if you want to know more, and do remember that together we do adventure. See you next time.